Welcome to the next part of our holiday where we started our road trip. We went from LA to Sequoia National Park on this first leg, 250 miles, 5.5 hours. We stopped in Bakersfield on the way. It was 40 degrees. We've never been anywhere that hot before. It was incredible. It's like walking in an oven. We got to Sequoia quite late. There was a problem with our hire car. So we were winding our way up the mountain in the dark. The roads were so windy and we'd been told there could be bears around, so that was interesting, going from the car park to our hotel in the dark. The next morning we saw Yosemite Lodge and it was a gorgeous place to stay. We could catch the Sequoia shuttle from there right into the national park. The views from the bus were amazing and just got better and better as the day went on. We saw some amazing scenery. The trees were just unbelievable. It was so hard to kind of take in just how big they were. The pictures and videos just don't do it justice. They just tower above you. Really, really amazing to see. Something so different, that we've not seen before. Really gorgeous surroundings. It was still so warm here, so we didn't feel like walking very far, but it was really handy because we could get parked up quite close to some of the main sites and then just have little walks around, which was really handy because it was just so hot to be doing like big treks anywhere. The people just looked so tiny next to the big redwoods. And this little, I think, chipmunk looked really, really tiny next to these humongous trees. It was just gorgeous. It was really, we're so lucky that we've seen this. It's just one of the most amazing places we've ever been. It's one of those kind of bucket list destinations, isn't it? Just gorgeous. We saw the General Sherman tree, which is the largest living thing in the world, which is just crazy to try and get your head round. Absolutely amazing. So we had lots of kind of little stop-offs at some of the main sites to see, which was really lovely. So we just did little bits of driving and then stopped off to have a look at the sites and then back into the aircon car, which was nice. These butterflies were really pretty. Fritillary butterflies, apparently. Super pretty. There was some really good paths to walk around. I'd saved some different places in my Google Maps in the want to go section, just so we could keep a track of what we wanted to see. Make sure we didn't miss anything. When we got back to the hotel, we had a bit more of an explore around there. It was really stunning. Yosemite Lodge was an amazing place to stay. It was over 7,000 feet up, it's right in the national park. There's actually 25% less oxygen here than at sea level, so that's something just to be aware of. The scenery was incredible, and at night, because there's so little light pollution, the stars were just amazing. The night sky was gorgeous. The next day we were back in the hire car and we had about 130 miles to do this day to get to Yosemite National Park. So we were travelling through Kings Canyon, another national park, so again absolutely gorgeous views all the way. Really varied landscape as well. Some areas were almost desert-like, quite barren, and then others were just so many trees. Really, really pretty. Amazing to see all the different areas. Made the drive really interesting. This was one of the viewpoints on the way, looking out over Kings Canyon. Absolutely stunning. There's obviously not that many places to get fuel, supplies like snacks and drinks around here, so just need to plan ahead, but it's definitely worth it. We saw loads of different wildlife, which was really lovely. We did the same as the day before and had several stops on the way. It breaks the journey up And also there were just so many gorgeous things to see on the way. It's a really nice way to do it. Again, not too much walking. It's so hot again. This is the General Grant tree, another really well-known humongous tree. It's so hard to kind of get the perspective from a picture. Gorgeous scenery again, really varied again. Making our way to Tenaya Lodge in Yosemite National Park, just on the edge. It was a really gorgeous hotel. We definitely recommend it. The rooms were clean and spacious. There was a fab pool which we hope to try out. There was some lovely outside areas. The whole hotel was just lovely. Shout out to our travel agent, Charter Travel, for picking such amazing hotels. The next day we headed out into Yosemite National Park. When we got to the end of the tunnel, we were completely blown away. The view just hits you like, wow. It's amazing. It's just like, you can't believe it's real. It's absolutely stunning. One of the most amazing places we've ever seen. Somewhere else that we feel really lucky to have been. That's El Capitan, well-known mountain. We went down into the valley and saw some gorgeous scenery again. So many different areas to Yosemite Valley to explore, and all just gorgeous, absolutely picture perfect. This is a Stella's J, I believe, and another gorgeous view here. Every view is like a stunning postcard. Beautiful. Another animal. Can you see him? Oh, there he is. This was a really nice quote by John Muir. He was an amazing advocate for keeping places like Yosemite special and perfect for the public to visit. This was a lovely moment, seeing this deer. Just feels really special seeing animals in their natural habitat. And we just kept quiet, kept to the path. She didn't seem too bothered by us being there, which was nice.
Your smile lit up like a sunrise glow. Touch so soft where the seasons flow.
Here's a couple more stops we had. This is El Capitan Meadow. Absolutely amazing. It just towers above you like the trees that Sequoia had. Really stunning to see. There was some lovely sounding walks in the area, but it was so warm again. I think if you were wanting to do some of the longer walks, you would have to look at probably coming a different time of year. We were there in August and it was super hot. It really is so imposing, and it's unreal to think people have managed to climb this before. It's just huge. It's just iconic. It's one of those really recognisable places, isn't it, when you see it? Even though there were lots of other people around, because there's so many different places to stop, nowhere ever felt too crowded. There are so many different little car parks and different bits of scenery to look at that it all felt like the people were quite spread out, so it didn't spoil it. It just felt like it was your own little paradise. I zoomed in on one of the roads in the valley and then zoomed out again to try and kind of convey the scale, but it's still really hard to take in. And then we were off again, off to the next little bit. More time in the aircon, which is always nice, and we still got amazing views from the car. So we were heading out of the national park now, back to our hotel. We realised on one section of road, the cars seemed to be really slowing down. We thought something must be there. We carefully turned round, and there was a black bear. We just could not believe it. It was just the icing on the cake of our amazing day to see a bear in the wild, from the safety of our car as well, which was nice. So, what an amazing moment. We were so lucky. So everyone was kind of driving past slowly to see the bear and then continuing. So once we'd had a look and the cars in front of us had moved on, we carried on up the road, carefully turned around again in one of the car parks and turned back round to carry on our journey. But what an amazing moment it was.
Heartbeats sink into this melody. You and I forever, wild and free.
Unfortunately, not everyone could do the right thing. If this bear had felt threatened by this man, it wouldn't have been a very good outcome for the bear, which seems really unfair. So it's a shame he didn't stay in his vehicle. So we got one more look at the bear as we were leaving. What a gorgeous animal. The queues to get in Yosemite as we were leaving were unbelievable. So we arrived around 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're so pleased we did, because by the time we were leaving, just before 2 in the afternoon, this is what the queue looked like. It was pretty much at a standstill, large chunks of it. Yeah, I sped that up, but it was a long queue. We had some amazing pizzas back at the hotel, and this is when we went for our swim, which was really good. Gorgeous pitch there of El Capitan and more lovely shots of our hotel. It really was gorgeous. They supplied free s'mores kits, which was really lovely. So we did that evening, and that was really fun, sat outside making those. The next day we had an Applebee's for lunch on the next leg of our road trip, this time heading over to San Francisco. We'd love it if you could join us for that. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you find some calm in the chaos this week.